Your business is going to fail if you do not start acting like a boss. Let's jump into it. So, if you say that you want to be a boss, you want to make the money of a boss, you want people to respect you like a boss, you want to be able to have the freedom of a boss, then you got to start acting like a boss. And what do I mean by that? Now, there's so many different details that are included in being a boss, but the main thing I want you to focus on is that you have to step away from your business and being inside of your business. Let's say, for instance, you are focusing on working with your clients. That is perfectly okay, obviously, because in therapy, we are working with our clients, we're having sessions. If you don't have enough time to work on your marketing, guess what? You are not going to have any referrals. If you don't work in your finances, guess what? Then you will not be getting paid. And you may actually find that you're missing payments because you have not been on top of doing your finances, even submitting your invoices and things like that. I've been there. Trust me, it does not feel good when you know that you have to wait a whole nother month, because there's definitely some companies out there, some contracts that we have where if you don't submit invoices in a certain period of time, then you either lose the opportunity to get paid altogether, or you have to now wait a whole nother month before you can actually get your payment. And that's just because you were not showing up like a boss. We've all been there. So we have to look at, what does it really mean to be a boss? What does it mean to be a CEO or a CFO in our businesses? Being a CEO and a CFO means that we are taking a step back from working in our business and we're actually working on our businesses. Now, we just did a video on scheduling, so you can go back to that video and really kind of figure out exactly what this will look like for you. But the main thing is that part of what we just need to do is just put it on our schedule. We need to make sure that all of these other elements of running a business is actually included in our day-to-day activities in terms of having this business. A lot of problems that I see with therapists is that they're focused on seeing their clients. Everything is with seeing the clients, but yet the business part of it is not being done, it's not being attended to, and then you wonder why you may be failing in your business. So we got to start showing up as the boss who we believe and who we say that we are. The other area of this is dealing with your confidence. Now, I could do a whole video on confidence. We're not going to get into that today, but if you think about it, most leaders, most bosses, they are confident individuals, or at least they portray to be. They may not be for real, but at least they know how to show up as such. So you got to start working on your confidence as well, believing in and trusting in your own ability to do it just as well as the next person, if not better. You got to believe in yourself. You have to believe that the things that you're doing, whether it's the niche that you have or the therapeutic approaches that you have, or just your style of doing something, that it makes a difference, that it is something that is going to bring about a transformation that they would be without if they did not work with you. As a boss and as a leader, that is what you have to do. We also want to think about doing things in an ethical way. Now, every business owner may not feel like this is important, but I believe as we are working as whole, and especially as we are connected with our spiritual selves, I feel like being ethical is also a part of that. And sometimes that means making the hard decisions. That means saying no to something that we know is either not good for us or not good for our particular clients that we are working with. You got to be willing to do things and make decisions that maybe for other people might be uncomfortable. I'm not saying that making the hard decisions is something that just comes easy or natural to every boss. But what I'm saying is that you do the work behind the scenes in order to still hit the bottom line, which is that your clients are seen, money is coming in, expenses are being paid and taken care of, and you're planning for the future. That is what showing up as a boss really means. So I hope this helps, and want to encourage you, show up as the boss that you say you are. Take care, authentic therapist.